welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you guys watching. So today, while I'm getting things set up, as you can see, we are going to be visiting the Washington Redskins, or formerly known as the Washington Redskins anyways. We'll have the Washington football team on deck. And I did hear in the news that they're actually considering keeping the name. I guess the fans currently actually are warming up to the idea of having that as the name moving forward. So I guess that's worth keeping an eye on and seeing what they decide to do with that. Outside of that, we have another developmental opportunity for Leonard Williams. This is be his second one in the same season. He's currently a superstar, so we'll have the opportunity to advance him from there, which I'm really excited about. Between him and Quinnen Williams, we are going to have a pretty tough tandem. That is, if we decide to keep him. Um, Obviously, he's starting to look like an untradeable piece that we should keep around. He's definitely coming off of a 3-sack performance as well. So I wouldn't mind having him moving forward whatsoever. Um, Best case scenario, I think we can always find and develop another defensive lineman. Um, might not be as dominant as what Leonard Williams potentially can be right now, but still, it's a much more likely scenario rather than trying to find an offensive lineman. At least currently, even considering the offseason coming up, just based on what I've seen in the draft so far. So that'll really, really help us out. I'm hoping that maybe shifts the needle, for whatever potential trade we can do with the Ravens. I'm still extremely interested in Orlando Brown Sr. because he can play on either side. Definitely has left tackle capabilities. So that's something that I don't know. It's worth staying tuned for. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into things. So we know we got, and this is pretty much going to be what do we have? Less than 50 rushing yards, or he needs to get at least a combination of interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, and sacks adding up to 3. Okay, so he really needs another strong, strong game. Washington's line, which we'll see what their lineup looks like shortly before we start the game. I don't remember them having a particularly strong offensive line. I know their tackle position's pretty solid. Um, or it might even be guard. I'm not sure where they're playing Scherf at, but outside of that, I can't recall them having anybody we need to be extremely worried about. All right, and then we have a little bit of scouting to check out here. We pretty much covered everything for working on covering everything for the first 2 rounds. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more talent on the defensive side. Um, at least when it comes to true talent, matching up with where Madden's kind of ranking them at. So we should probably try to work on doing another big board for next week and include round 2, all true talent round 2s. Okay, quarterback and wide receiver. And then we're focusing on the line and our defensive backs. I think overall, for what we're looking to accomplish this season, I think we did just that. Quinnen Williams progressing nicely. Oh, and we have some upgrade or upgrades. It's perfect. Darnold with 1. Go ahead and jump this into his improviser again. +3 break sack. Okay, +2 accuracy and 1 under pressure. Perfect. We need some more throw power. Nickerson, I think it might be worth. How's his press looking? Relatively okay. Catching, tackling needs to be better too. Let's go ahead and pour some of this into the slot skill. One coverage, one tackle, awareness. Okay, agility went up a little bit. Okay, so let's check out the depth chart for the Washington football team. All right, Alex Smith leading the way for them. Dwayne Haskins, potentially the future of the franchise, at least still for them. Adrian Peterson, Chris Thompson leading the way, very underrated. I liked him. They had the young Darius Guice. They also got Bryce Love, so they got a pretty young, exciting roster moving forward at that position. Shane Smith, Paul Richardson Jr. not even as close skill wise and actually production wise for what he was rated overall. Josh Doxson, underperformer. Terrence Williams, Terry McLaurin, the crazy breakout season that he had his rookie year. Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis leading the way. Jeremy Sprinkle, kind of like a little athletic freak. Trent Williams, and he'll probably end up retiring, at some point sooner rather than later. Ted Karras, yeah, weak at the guard position, center stable. Scherf is playing at guard, okay. And then Morgan Moses on the other side. He's pretty average at pass blocking. Defense, they're pretty skilled. So Matt Ionitis, there we go. Jonathan Allen. They got Deron Payne from Bama in the center, and then not really much behind him. Kerrigan, Mason Foster, so we might be able to maybe take advantage of the middle linebacking core. Montez Sweat, the rookie on the other side. Norman, not the lockdown specialist that he was, but he's still serviceable. He can do really well. Dominic Rogers Cromartie, and they just kind of needed some bodies to hold down the fort. Quentin Dunbar, Fabian Morrow that maybe can develop for them. Strowman, and then we have Tedrick Thompson and Landon Collins, who got that crazy contract at the safety position for them. So we'll see how we fare. We did pretty poorly against the Giants. I'm looking forward to see what Leonard Williams is really going to be capable of in this game. Pretty decent matchup if he is going to be lined up near Scherf. If not, then Morgan Moses, I'm hoping he can outright dominate. Either way, let's see what happens during this game. Maybe Darrelle Revis can get his 4th win of the season. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and I'll clock back in with you guys when the game ends.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To Thompson on the draw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on
backer spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 50, plant. And we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
It's brought in by Dodson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Lead grip.
From the 50, it's Smith. He's got his man. This is Dodson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Go!
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Smith. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Check 53. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Smith on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jets work their way onto the field, led by the number 3 overall pick in 2018. Sam Darnold, and during the offseason, Darnold was asked where he was looking to improve. He told everybody being more comfortable in the pocket. You look back to the numbers from his rookie campaign, 17 touchdowns and 13 starts. So just imagine what a relaxed and more experienced Darnold might be able to accomplish with a stronger set of receivers now here in 2019. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. This one to Deontay Thompson, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold now to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold, open man there. That's Bellamy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll run on 1st down. Thompson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action. It's Smith. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day.
Out of the gun, Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 6-0 our score after 1.
Mike 51! Mike 51! You can't block me! You can't block me!
Got an open man, it's a noon one.
Check 31!
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got...
They run Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Slam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me?
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Smith. He's got Thompson here, complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Here we go. Here we go.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Kill.
A toss play. This is Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Set 18 Gator.
I'm coming.
Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's Thompson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, there's no doubt in my mind the defense has to be excited. They should be excited after what they've done recently here. But guess what? My old coaches always used to say, when you're having that kind of success, be careful. Play your keys, play your techniques. Watch out for something coming at you.
Good job defending the run. Probably going to have to defend the pass here. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Let's go.
The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. Maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Three buzz. Check.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught by Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now it's Darnold. And he's got a Nunwa. And he's got this down to the 35. Third catch of this first half.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just. And then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Darnold completes it, and they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
35's the mic.
Faking the give, Darnold. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now it's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Mike. You.
On first down, it's Smith. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Pull it together.
Back to throw, Smith. He's got his man. This is Jackson.
Oh, yeah!
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Peterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down.
Whoa! Let's get it.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida, Buffalo at Miami. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Albert Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New York set to take the field.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Ray saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. From the 39, Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Single.
Smith on 1st down. And this one complete to Reed. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. He's got it complete to Thompson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To the air again, Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing
the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. Open man there. That's Bellamy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Here's Darnold. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. On second down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
Out.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
On first and 10, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
I'm letting you know right now.
Here's Peterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, here's Smith.
Tight left,
And Reed with it over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing is Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he completes it to Tate. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold, he's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Peterson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me. It's just me.
From the 39,
It's
Smith. It's Williams on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right? Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Man, I got you.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Smith now to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's a run with Peterson.
That's it, baby.
The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's Thompson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Lucky.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Mike Bobo. Hey.
Second and 5 now. Smith going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, it's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Let's go.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Darnold on first down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack on first down, Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack.
35's the mic. In your face.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it, they're going for it. Here's Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Darnold.
49, check 49, check 49.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Right there. 54,
So
right
line
there,
of scrimmage
right there.
still the 39 on second and 10. Now Darnold. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know you felt that.
Now they'll try to convert on third and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Come on, baby.
Now Darnold.
Let's see what you got.
And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Darnold now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. 70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Come on. Defend Lobo.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On first down, Peterson. And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on, fellas.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run, Peterson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Let's go now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Fine.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Check 24.
On second down now, it's Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge.
All right, guys. Really, really interesting game here. I felt like they hit the nail on the head there with every pass seeming like it felt like it was contested. There wasn't really any separation. We got a quick upgrade for someone who won't stay with the team. Um, that's definitely a huge problem, something I really want to focus on as we find new receivers in the offseason is that release and then the ability to actually get open. So the route running, and we know we need to focus on short to medium game. A lot of it will also come down to the playbook we choose or that we create as well. But let's see what happened stat-wise for everybody. We also have an injury, and that was Elijah McGuire, I believe, 12 weeks. He'll be going on IR, so we are going to again have to go into our practice squad pool and see who we need. Let's check the stats, and that officially bumps us down to 3-7 on the season. Things not looking excellent at all, but Smith goes off for 270-1, and it was a sack party all game. 9 sacks on the night between both teams. Sam Darnold did get a late one in there. I won't even say that was garbage time touchdown necessarily because they were only up 10 at the time. And then he also throws a pick to Landon Collins. Running department, nothing to speak of. 4-17, 8-10. It's just been a wild ride all season long. Quincy Nunn 3 really good catches, so he had a deep bomb on the first series of the game. He took a screen pass and was able to kind of make a play there, and then he caught a slant that he made the most of. Deontay Thompson getting him some chunk yardage. Ty Montgomery having that clutch touchdown catch for us near the end to try to make things seem a lot closer than it felt. And then not a whole lot else to note. So sacks, Compton, 2, Linder, Udoga both giving up 1. Mosley, Carr, and Jenkins leading the way. Let's see who was living in the backfield today. Mosley, Jenkins, both for the Williams. So we had quite a fair amount of stops. And then sacks. Leonard Williams with 1. Q gets himself 1. Louvu and Copeland. We weren't able to secure any interception. So I believe he only needed three, um, any three stats in regards to tackles for losses, interceptions, forced fumbles, um, sacks in order to meet it. So with him having two tackles for loss and a sack, he should have met it. Did he get a fumble anyway? No. So let's take a look and see if he was able to meet the requirements. Oh, so we got it. We got it. We got ourselves a superstar X Factor, and we don't actually have zone ability, but it's nice to see that we get that huge boost of experience for the defensive line, and we get ourselves a brand new X Factor defensive lineman heading to the end of the season. So things are definitely pointing up. And I'm excited, regardless of if we keep him or if he ends up uh, moving on to the Ravens and we take his place. I am extremely excited for what Leonard Williams might bring next season. Taking a look at his stats, if we want to make him more balanced, of course we can increase his finesse moves, but outside of the fact that he's not the most agile lineman I've ever seen, or the speediest, which doesn't necessarily have to be his game, but can't get much worse than 83 acceleration, or excuse me, you could do a lot worse than that. I will take the tackling, the block shedding, the power moves are there, and keep in mind he just got his second contract, so we'll still have him for quite a few more seasons, which is excellent. So, practice squad, we need a new running back. We do not have one here. So, we're going to actually need to jump into the free agent pool and see who we want to sign for depth. I'm not looking for anything crazy. We just need someone that is going to be able to handle those receiving duties like he was. So, let's look for route running in this case. All right, so CJ Procise, Boobie Williams, and DeAndre Washington. So DeAndre Washington has the best agility of the bunch. Um, Pretty much the best speed too. Stronger, better awareness. Not the best carrying, but I'll deal. Best ball carrying vision. He can break tackles, and he's the most elusive. We're actually going to roll with DeAndre Washington in. All right, so we have our new addition there to hopefully take us into the end of the season. And it has been a crazy week. So much bad news with, taking an L, of course. But I mean, if there was going to be anything to get excited about, just knowing that you earned yourself an X Factor player, excuse me, that's definitely big news. So we have some upgrades, of course, with the XP. That might be the whole defensive line, and then we got some scouting and stuff to take a look at. So Oakland Raiders will be on the clock next week. We have officially 5 games left to go. We take a look at the standings. The Patriots are leading the way for our division at 7-3. Bills at 6-4, so they had a red hot start and then cooled off a bit. And then us and the Dolphins at the bottom of the dweller. Let's see where we are at in terms of the entire NFL. So we would currently be picking fourth. We had the pick from the Lions. So currently we're looking at the 4th and 11th picks of the draft. Not too bad. If we continued on this pace, the Cardinals look like they have a leg up because they probably haven't had a bye week yet, which means the Bengals or the Dolphins would have to win one as we continue to lose out. Essentially, any one of them winning one might do the trick for us, but I will take it. It is not a very extremely highly rated draft, I would say, at least for now. We'll see what happens when the combine comes in. Thank you guys for watching, though. Let me know I'm curious where you think we should lean at with the draft. There's plenty of positions to choose from. We can try to make a strength an even stronger strength. We could try to significantly improve some weaknesses. Definitely got a lot of thoughts in mind myself, um, but those will be revealed as we head into the off season. Might be a one-parter, might be a two-parter. I'm not entirely sure yet, but thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, and looking forward to streaming with you guys again next time. Thanks. Peace.